First time I started working with Soso was about 2 years ago when he was under 11 and he was with Mr. Saunders. And I was just helping out as an assistant coach to the age group. And I noticed this lad and it was strange because they were trying to find a position for him and so that he could make it his own. And the thing is the little bugger made every single position that he played his own. And then I learned that he was a grade below all the other Oaks as well. And it was quite unreal because, you know, the dynamic, having a kid who was I think he was grade 5 at that stage, playing with the grade 6s and absolutely dominating them was something else. It was quite special. And it wasn't like he was holding back. Often you find, you know, the guy from a grade below, just because he doesn't share the classroom and all that kind of stuff, his mates at a different grade, they're normally like a little bit withdrawn. Whereas Soso, geez, not only was he like running over these Oaks, he was running away from them as well. So the Oak is he's lightning, you know. And he's got an engine. The Oak just doesn't stop. You know, that the last 10 minutes, you'll see the Oak is still going as if he's just started. His work rate was quite special, and so that stuck out from the get-go. And then now this year, having him in my class and so on, you know, like you get to try and explore his psyche a bit more. He's a very reserved lad, but he's one of those, you know, he just needs to be unleashed. As soon as you unleash him, wow. Then I can pretty much guarantee all the coaches will vouch for it, but he becomes a different beast, and a deadly one at that. Opposition know him far and wide, but yet he's the most humble and down-to-earth bloke ever when you meet him. He's actually quite quiet, but yeah, his actions definitely speak volumes. I think the main thing was, you know, usually when you go down to the field, especially at this level, is you seem to try and find the biggest Oak or the most defined character, and all of a sudden, you know, you'll stereotype them and be like, this is probably the guy that you look out for. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this average-looking bloke, as he was back then, he just stepped up. And then that's when you actually noticed, and you're like, wow, you know, he's actually not that average. This Oak he's just got it. He's got that special something that, look, I've got a lot of time for him, especially when it comes to rugby. And it's definitely when you watch him train and you watch him play, and the focus he brings to training or to matches and so on, then he sticks out much more than your stereotypical rugby main man, you know. You definitely want 15 of him rather than your dynamic of massive Oaks, because they could just understand each other. He's just got a natural thing for the game. He's a humble Oak. You know, like humility makes all teams gel. So he's definitely not windgat. He's down to earth. He's quiet. He just gets on with it. And they seem to gravitate towards him because of the talking he does with his abilities. But he doesn't have much to say. I don't think there's an ounce of arrogance in him. His rugby ability and his team. He's not the guy that's going to stand in front and give the team the speech and like, okay guys, let's leave our skins behind and just crack on. He's not that type of bloke. He's a team player. He'll just get on with it and he'll do his bit, but he'll do it well, and he'll inspire his teammates through his performance.